Hey, what up everybody? Welcome to this video. I just wanted you to check out this guy. He's like the funniest guy from the CIA ever. So check it out. Check out the clips. Thanks.
You know, you can't force hummus
up someone's rectum,
for example, right? I said, Billy, where you been? And he goes,
been in Afghanistan. What are you doing there? He looks at me and goes, I've been killing people. What do you think I've been doing?
we had doctors. There was a doctor who revived Abu Zubaydah when his heart stopped during waterboarding. Revived him.
So he could be tortured more.
People begin to lose their minds at day 7 with no sleep. Their organs begin to shut down at day 9. But the CIA was authorized to keep people awake for
12 days.
We used other techniques that I even believed were worse than waterboarding, called the cold cell.
Where we stripped the prisoner naked.
The Afghanistan part of that was really funny to me. I mean, all of that was just hilarious, but what do you think I've been doing? I've been killing people. It's so funny. I love the edits on these video clips. Also, I love that I don't have to edit them myself. Somebody else has already done the editing for me. Anyway, here's the next clip. It's super cool.
What's the coolest piece of spy tech you ever got to use? You know, there's kind of a dirty little secret about spy tech, and it is that 95% of it
is purchased from Amazon.com.
Seriously, because it is cheaper and it is quicker just to go online and buy it and then use it operationally than it is to invent it from scratch.
I just think it's amazing how they make his voice super high pitched and then super deep. It's like it adds so much emphasis to the CIA.
I get home from a day where, you know, I broke into some guy's house and planted a camera on a bug, and I get home and she'd say, "How's your day?" I'd say, "Great." "What'd you do?" "Not a darn thing." And then my phone would ring at, midnight, and a guy would say,
"The rain in Spain falls mainly in the plain."
So I've seen the longer version of that clip, and basically that's a code. And so then he would have to go somewhere, and in the story he said he had to hide in garbage for like 6 hours, and then his girlfriend thought he was seeing another woman. But he was like, "Do I smell like I've been seeing another woman?" Because he smelled like garbage. Anyway, here's the next clip. Yeah, so this next clip is basically like the coolest way to get a job. It's this guy's personal recruitment story.
I was recruited by the CIA beginning in the late 1980s, but in a very odd way that is no longer legal. I was in graduate school at George Washington University in Washington, D.C., and I was taking a class called The Psychology of Leadership that was taught by an eminent psychiatrist by the name of Dr. Gerald Post. Dr. Post gave us an assignment one day where we had to shadow our bosses and write a psychological evaluation of our bosses. And I said that he was a sociopath with psychopathic and possibly violent tendencies. I gave Dr. Post the paper, and a week later, he gives it back to me, and he gave me an A, and underneath the A, he wrote, "Please see me after class." So I went to see him, and I said, "Dr. Post, you wanted to see me?" He said, "Come to my office." So we went downstairs in the building into his little academic's office. He closed the door and he said, "Look, I'm not really a professor here. I'm a CIA officer undercover as a professor here. And I'm looking for people who would fit into the CIA's culture. I think you would fit in. Do you want to be a CIA officer?" And I said, "Yes."
So that was really interesting for a number of reasons, but something I find particularly interesting about that is it makes you wonder how many people are actually spies, how many people are covert, and you never know. But it makes me wonder about my experience at university and wondering if any of them were spies. But anyway, this next clip is of a different guy who's also online a lot.
Who's the easiest race to trick?
If you're talking about ethnic race,
Yeah.
ethnic race it's really difficult because it's based on education.
Ah.
But when it comes to race as a subcontext of nationalistic pride, it's Americans.
We're the easiest ones to trick?
We're the most ignorant culture in the world.
That's fire. Number one! We're always number one. Nobody can top us.
And that's a big part of the reason.
We're the best. We're the best.
As usual, Andrew Schultz is kind of annoying in that clip, but I'm not like a huge Andrew Schultz hater. I do like his performance in the Netflix show with Shane Gillis called Tires. But it is interesting that Americans are the easiest to trick. I think it's because Americans are so prideful and Americans are so kind of isolated in American culture, unlike Europe where everybody is immersed, and South America where I think people are probably more immersed.
the easiest race to...
There were 2 active
assassination attempts against me.
In one, I just got lucky, and unfortunately, my next door neighbor
Was killed instead.
Oh, rip the neighbor, I
and another,
guess.
an enemy country sent one of its officers into the
I think it's funny watching this video with the reaction guy on top because I just know that the comments are like, oh, I want the clip without the guy. But you know, the guy adds an interesting layer to the video, and also he is pushing his own brand value, which is kind of like what I'm doing, so I understand it and I know what it's like, but I would not insert myself into a video clip like that making reactions in the middle of it because I think people just don't like it. I don't think it adds to the video. But I don't know, maybe some people need to see how somebody reacts so that they feel like they know how to react themselves. And that's some legit psychology shit.
double agent to kill me, but we had advance warning that it was going to happen, and we were able to, well...
We were able to neutralize the threat.
Bro, this is not a real person.
There were
We're going to close off this video with this clip of him talking about sleeper agents. It's really interesting. Anyway, I hope you've liked the video. Make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you.
What is a sleeper agent?
A sleeper agent is someone who is taken virtually from birth and trained to be of another nationality. The Russians are very good with sleeper agents. No other country that we know of uses sleeper agents. Let's say you're born in Russia. From the age of 2, they take you from your family with your family's acquiescence, and they take you to an American-style town that they've built out in the hinterland in Russia. They teach you to speak English with an American accent. You watch American TV shows, you watch American movies, you eat American food, you get an American-style education. So I have no idea that you're not American. And then they send you to the United States with a fake ID. I was born in 1964, so they'll go through death records from 1964 and they'll look for deaths where the person was only a day or 2 old. They'll take that name and the birth date and they'll get a social security card with the birth date. They'll use the social security card to get you a passport. So you come here on your American passport, everything's legit. Now your name is Bob Smith, which was really that baby's name that died. And you get a job. You may work as a travel agent for 20 years and never hear from them, but then they'll activate you and they'll say, we want you to go take care of this target over here.
Kill him.
Yeah. Or we want you to get a job at the Defense Department and give us everything that you can steal. I interviewed a former sleeper from the East German Intelligence Service, raised as an American, sent to New York. He got a job, he got married, and he had a daughter. And he told me, as soon as I looked at her face the day she was born, I realized this life wasn't for me anymore. So they send him an activation. What they do is they'll send you a radio message, a voice just saying 6, 5, 8, 12. That's called a reading from a one-time pad, a message from the KGB to a sleeper. But those numbers don't mean anything unless you have the decryption pad. He gets one of these messages and he didn't respond to it. He was on the subway one day. He's just standing there holding the strap. And this guy came up to him and the guy grabs the strap next to him and whispers in his ear, if you don't report back, I have to kill you. He ran straight to the FBI field office in New York. And he said, I'm an East German sleeper and I want to turn myself in. And he became a prolific source for the FBI. He came over here young and did this for 25 years. As soon as his daughter was born, he was like, wow, this is what life is for, not...
What is a sleeper agent?
A sleeper agent is...
Yo, if you're still here, you have to like the video and subscribe because it means you like the content that I'm making, which is kind of a curation type content, I suppose, where I'm just gathering up cool internet pieces, and presenting them to you as I have viewed them myself. But it'd be nice if you would subscribe and share the video with other people. I mean, clearly, if you watched the whole thing, you thought it was entertaining. So send it to your friend. He's going to think it's interesting too. Also, if you want me to make more videos on CIA guys and stuff like this, then comment it below. Say more CIA shit. All right, thanks. Peace. Good luck.